when it is connected or sourced in God Himself. The Bible tells us God is love. The Bible helps us to know, according to John, 1 John, he says, if there's anyone who says he loves God, he or she must also love the brethren or his brothers and sisters. If I truly love someone, definitely one of the things I would do as a Christian is to pray for them. In fact, Jesus would even say, for those who we describe or we confirm as an enemy, he says, still pray for them. Pray for those who hate you. And I said, wow, why should we do that? And he said, you have heard, love those who love you. That's what the Lord Moses would say. But I say, pray for your enemies. Love those who hate you. And so, if God commands us to love those who hate us, how much more those who love us, those we are in the same family of God together? Jesus would say to his disciples, we needed to bear each other's burden. Paul the Apostle will re-emphasize through his teaching ministry the same thing. So, in the season where people and the whole world talks about love, as a church, one of the ways I would want us to consider the subject of love is through corporate or what we call intercessory prayer for one another. That is bearing each other up before God. That is standing in the gap. That is having so much compassion and passion, saying, I don't just bring to God that which has to do with myself or my family, but I'm going to bring to God that which also have to do with members of our church, because we are in the same family of God. One of the things that I've come to realize that as human beings, we are naturally selfish. Not in a bad way. Sincerely speaking, if there was something available and it's just one, many times it's easy for you to think of yourself first. If you think of yourself first, you think of your family first. That's natural. But then the Bible expects us to step further. I think of myself, I think of my family. I need to think of those who are of the same family of faith as well. So the Bible tells us in Acts chapter 12, why was it that Herod proceeded to take Peter? Because when he took James, it seemed as if no one resisted. It's as if everywhere went quiet. Nothing was done. The record did not say that the church prayed. They took it for granted. And sometimes, if we're not careful, things happen to those who are a part of our family of faith, and sometimes we feel it's their business. But the intent of God is this, that you and I, as long as we belong to Jesus and we belong to the same community of faith, we must, of a necessity, part of our Christian virtue of love is to pray for one another. Because when we do, we are sacrificing. We are sowing a seed of kindness. We are sowing seed of godliness. We are doing to others as we want them to do to us. We are loving our neighbors as we love ourselves. Jesus said a house divided against itself cannot stand. And so, if all I do as a member of Ambassador Baptist Church is to pray for me, myself, and my family, then I have not done the best. God wants us to stand in the gap for our fellow church members. To go in the place of prayer and not just pray about the things that bothers us, but about the things that bothers them, that would affect all of us. Because like I said, if we are one body, if somebody is hurting, then whether we like it or see it, the truth is that we are also hurting. The devil knows when a house is divided against itself. The devil knows that if we get into the place of corporate prayer, then you see a lot of things will happen. Jesus was speaking and he said, if two of you shall agree concerning a thing, it will be done. Jesus would say, when two or three of you are gathered in my name, I am there. Jesus would say, whatever two or three of you, when you gather, whatever you bind on earth shall be bound